founder of Euclid protocol. And today, basically, I'm going to answer a very simple answer that everybody has been asking in a very simple presentation. Why is DeFi getting worse? Why is it no longer the narrative everybody talks about? Why did we move on to deep in, AI, whatever? And the reason is pretty simple. Let's go through it. Number one, first, I could stay all day and talk about technical terms and show you graphs and metrics and like go into the depth, but it's pretty boring, and some of you are falling asleep here. So we're going to talk about something more cool and that I think all of you like, alcohol. So I think most of you like alcohol here. So we're going to talk about bars. So imagine you live in a neighborhood and then you have one friendly neighborhood bar. You know, everybody goes to it, everybody gets drinks there, you dance, you meet people there. It's pretty fun. And when you have one bar in your neighborhood, what happens? They make a lot of money. So everybody's rich, he's like drowning in money, everybody's going there, there's no other competitor, right? So imagine this is like Ethereum back in 2020 or whatever, 2017 even. Like this was Ethereum. Everybody went to Ethereum, everybody was having fun there, right? But then what happens is when you make profits, competitors come. So now Ethereum is it's no longer the only smart contract platform or the DeFi platform or hub. You now have tens, if not hundreds of chains, and each one has some DeFi primitives on it. So it's getting pretty hectic, right? So now, as you see, you have your neighborhood has 20 bars, 30 bars in the neighborhood. Everyone wants to make money. But now what? So basically, to be able to compete with each other, now there needs to be some advantage to go to one bar instead of another. Some might serve the fastest drinks if you want to get drunk fast. Others may play the best music that you like, which is also very interesting. And third of all, some of them might have the cheaper drinks or the cheapest entry fee to the bar, which gets other people attracted to this bar, sorry. So this is how it works. But then what happens is your friend group now starts to fight. Oh, where should I go? Should I go to this bar? I like this music here. I like this drink here. And your friend group, which was the whole neighborhood, instead of going to one bar and putting all their money there, it's now fragmented into all these 30 bars that now exist in the neighborhood. And everybody's now sad because I can't see my friends anymore unless I need to bar hop and pay entry fees, pay multiple drinks, and I was getting expensive. And now what happens is some bars will start to fail, and some bars will basically excel. This is what we see in DeFi as well. We have 3 chains, which are the top chains in the ecosystem, and all the others are basically fighting for the same crumbs. And then you start to do discounts, and you start fighting for the price. It's just a zero-sum game between everybody. And if I want to go to a bar, I need to do what we call a cross-bar transaction. So now I need to go to a bar, do an entry, pay entry fee there, pay for drinks there, then go see my other friend in another bar, pay there, move, maybe I slip on the way. It's a pretty hectic process, I would say. And what happens is, it's getting too expensive for me to go out every weekend or every night. So what I do is I start going less and less out, and people avoid going to these bars every week because it's getting more expensive to enjoy the full experience like you used to enjoy back in the good days, right? And what happens is, initially what bars think they need to do is, okay, you know what? We need to pay these users to come. Let's give them incentives. How about we give them, free drinks for everybody? Or if you buy a drink, we'll give you one for free, or whatever. And initially, you think that works, and everybody's happy, and everybody starts coming. But the issue is, that's not a sustainable solution. PayPal used to do it. PayPal used to pay $10 for every new user you refer, right? So they lost $10 every user, and that can scale pretty fast. But first, they had the money to do so, and 2, that was a short-term solution until they found product market fit and were able to earn revenue as to stop this incentive process. But you have all these bars, then not all of them can run this incentive process, or else what would happen is accountants will start seeing the balance sheets and oops, everybody goes broke. Incentives do not scale, inflation goes out of the way, tokens get destroyed, and this is what actually happens and what we see right now in the DeFi ecosystem, and this is what's happening to bars. They're going broke in this neighborhood. Nobody is making any profit, and everybody's sad, right? The end. Everybody closes. The neighborhood is now an empty street of closed bars. Maybe there's one open with a few people, but it's getting, and you feel, the bar scene was so amazing back then. We had the bar summer, right? It was amazing, and now we're in the winter, whatever, right? Unless, what if there was another solution to this? What if instead of all these bars fighting for the same customer, and I pay you more, here's better, or everybody's fighting for the same limited customers in this neighborhood, what if there was a better solution? What if all these bars, all these owners of these bars came in together and said, look, What if we could actually create one space, one huge space, where we all put in our bars, our music, our drinks, and would share the space, share the cost, and distribute revenue based on who generates the more, who basically generates the most people to come to the space. And then, when you start distributing costs, this is where it starts to make sense. This is where you come and say, oh, okay, all the neighborhood starts to come to one place, I can see all my friends, but I can enjoy my own bar, I can enjoy my own music while somebody enjoys their own drinks. And this is actually what we see in bars, and this is what we hope to see in DeFi, because in DeFi, this does not exist yet. We still have all these fragmented, this line of bars, say, please come to me, please trade here, please do DeFi here, please do perps here. But then this is not scalable because there's a limited number of users in DeFi, and then there's unlimited options. It's very easy to fork a new DeFi protocol on a new chain and launch it. But you don't have enough, but then you don't sustain liquidity, you don't sustain revenue, and then you die and try to do incentives, airdrops. That works on the short term, you can show big numbers, but then 1 year or two and you're dead. So this is actually what Euclid is. At Euclid, we build this huge bar, whatever you want to call it, a huge building that hosts all these bars. We build infrastructure that allows all these applications on all these 50+ networks that we integrate to tap into the same source of liquidity without the need to bridge their assets. So basically, any application, if you're perps on EVM, you could basically tap into liquidity that exists on Cosmos. If you're a DEX on Cosmos, you can tap for liquidity that exists on Solana. You can swap to a meme coin on Solana without the need to bridge assets. And through this, you're able to basically distribute the cost of basically incentives across the entire ecosystem. So you're not the only one who's paying incentives for users to come. Everybody puts in incentives, and the users come for everybody. So when the ecosystem grows, you grow, and when you grow, the ecosystem grows. So it's instead of a zero-sum game, it's now a positive-sum game where everybody's actually winning, right? And this is what we do. We want to create a profitable ecosystem for DeFi where DeFi can now become better, where DeFi summer, if you want to call it the narrative of DeFi, is back, right? So, yeah. So this is our solution. We build a virtual settlement layer which allows you to trade any asset from any chain to any chain without the need to actually bridge anything. So if you have two liquidity providers that can deposit, one from Solana, one from Ethereum, as a trader, wherever you are, you can access this, you can swap Solana to ETH, right? Through Euclid, and you can be on any chain. We integrate EVM, all L2s, Solana, Cosmos, and this is built through our messaging layer. And through that, you're actually able to pay the less fees. You don't pay like if you're in a bar, you don't pay like 20 entry fees to go to 20 bars. You can access liquidity on all these chains through one fee only. You never bridge your assets. You never risk the chance of being through a semi-centralized solution where your assets can be exploited in any way. That's 2. And 3, it only takes you 2 to 4 seconds to perform a transaction from any chain to any chain. Now, depending, of course, on the block clear, whatever. But yeah, again, I won't go into technical terms. And yeah, so with that, you're actually able to access Solana without actually going to Solana. You're actually able to access Ethereum without going to Ethereum. You're actually able to trade into a unified source from anywhere. And I think this is what DeFi needs to become better. This is what DeFi needs to become what it once was, because the reason DeFi, and I said this in the panel, the reason DeFi was big is because it was in one place. It's still big, but it's not only in one place anymore. So DeFi, if you just sum all the numbers, it's still the same. But now it's all, Base has some, Solana has some, Cosmos has some, Osmosis has some, DYDX, whatever, right? But that's the issue. Nobody really wins because they're all fighting for the same liquidity that exists. And unless like liquidity comes in like triples, the ecosystem will never grow because it's only being shared and divided among 10. If you unify it, we'll see again true DeFi summer. And I want to show a demo, but the video is not actually working. I can show it to you if anybody wants to see it. We do have actually a, what's it called? Like a booth over there, and I can show you the demo. You'll be the first one to see it, actually. But yeah, that's it. Thank you.